Hello everybody. So today we are going to do some fun. We are going to use the Tascam 2488 to answer a viewer question, which is how do I use the effects loops on the Tascam 2488? I don't know. I do know. So let's talk. I want to talk about a couple things here. So first thing is I am using. Let's just go right in here. This is the box that Christopher Bell made for me. I will include a link. Now, as you can see, I had to tape it on because otherwise it literally, I think it's because of the angle of this thing. It just kind of doesn't like it. It does not like it. It's too much and it kept falling backwards. I think that it's too top heavy in this case, but that's not a problem. I taped it on with some tape that will just disappear, or non-residue tape is what it's called, which is fine. So yeah, I'm just trying to get the USB cable so it doesn't fall down and then break, and then I don't have a camera. So yeah, I just want to point out that this is working well. So there's a screen. I had to put exposure all the way up so I could see it, but yeah, this is way better than what I have ever done with this before. So that's first off. So now that we brought that out, okay. So first off, where do you find the effects system? Okay, so on a track, you have track 1. You got tracks 1 to 24 here. Right here. See this little section right here on your board. You can close it in a little better. This is where you have your stuff. This is where you set everything for each track. So like you want to do effects, then you go to the send button. So I click on the send button, and as you can see on the bottom in the little corner there, it changed to this. So we're looking at track 1 right now because it shows track 1 on the screen. If I hit the select button over here, you can see it should change to 2, 3, 4. So we're on track 1 right now. And yeah, so then it'll show, the fader doesn't mean anything. I know I haven't bothered, but I'm using the vocals. This is the vocal track on the song. And so what you have here is you have 3 different options. You have 3, which is kind of cool. So you have the loop option. I don't know why I'm pointing at it. You can't see it anyways. Can't see where my finger's going. You have loop, effects 1, and effects 2. The effects 1 and effects 2 are sends. They are, and I will show you here, these 2 blue cables coming out. I know it's upside down, but it says effects sends 1 and 2. That's where they're going. They, in this case, are going into my rack, and I'm going to use them with my TC Electronics, which is currently off. This guy right here. So now it should start showing. It should start flickering. Oh, I don't have it turned on. That's why. There we go. Now we have power to it. Okay, so now I'm going to just put it on something. So track 1 is on slapback at the moment. All right, so that's where they're coming from. And then they're coming back in. That's these blue and green cable here. That's my phone going nuts. Blue and green cable going, or blue and gray cable going into here. Green and gray cable going into here. My brain is not thinking correctly today. Back into the system, and then coming out of 7 and 8 out of my rack there into the board, into tracks, or into channels C and D in this case, because A, B, and C and D are the only ones that have XLRs on them. So what now? Well, what we do is, so we are going to play with the vocals on the system here. So first thing you want to do is you want to set what you're looking at for effects. So you go into here, and now I don't remember which one it is. I think it's multi is the one that does. No, multi is not it. Where is? There's too many buttons to play with here. Okay, just give me a second. All right, yeah, I was correct in my assumption. So what you do is, if you're looking at the top screen of the screen here, you hit the single button, and it will show you all the different types of reverb you have here. Now what you can do is, if you have it in your library, so you go over here, you click on enter, you can change what you're looking at. So I can go and we can put a gated reverb. I think is this where I found the pitch shift? Yeah, that was where I found pitch shift. We're not going to do it today because I'm just going to laugh myself silly. So I got a gated reverb. So click on it, say yes. All right, so now I have a gated reverb going in. Now I go back and I hit the send button again down here, send. And we make sure on track 1. As you can see, I already got a level going. So we're going to start the song over. It was late last summer when I heard a strange creaking sound. Bring it down. That's gated. With some low range humming and some chains clanging around. Then I heard my baby sing the sweetest melody. I could see at this time it was the end for me. You can change the threshold. My baby, she left me for a ghost in the attic. My baby, she left me through a hole in the wall. My baby, she left me for a ghost in the attic. And all I can do is wonder why. I called the local minister and told him my plight. Told him that she left me in the dark of the night. He tried some chanting and waved around some steam. So that is how you set up the first part. That is how you set up a send. So you go, your send is over here. The loop is for the single. So let's just show on the screen here. Send, single. So if I click single, I can go, like I said, I went into the thing here, so I can do stupid stuff because that's what I can do. So we can do ambience here. Let's just go to ambience and then let's click enter for yes on that one. And then we'll just rewind again and play. And we'll play with the ambience. It was late last summer when I heard a strange creaking sound. Just pull the ambience up. With some low range humming and some chains clanging around. Then I heard my baby sing the sweetest melody. I could see at this time it was the end for me. My baby, she left me for a ghost in the attic. It's quite the reverb room. So that's how you do it. That's how you do this, the send through the internals. Now, the lovely thing about this thing is you don't just have that. You also have the externals. Okay, so one thing I forgot to bring up is this guy here, the post and the position, which is, in this case, is post, meaning it's post fader. So wherever this fader is here, that's where it'll take its volume for the track. That's where it gets its levels. Now turning it off means that you're not using it at all. The pre-fader it doesn't even bother with this. It just comes in, goes across, and it's out. It goes right into the reverb. So then that's where the level here matters, because you can have this anywhere. I can show you that. So I'll leave this at 91, 81. So we'll start with it up. So rewind, start the song. It was late last summer when I heard a strange sound. Still there. With some low range chains clanging around. Now, I generally use pre when I'm doing like a reamp or something, because that's just an easier way of doing it. All right, so now let's look at the second half, which is the effects 1 and effects 2. So now I have not played with this yet, so we may just end up in some kind of weird limbo. Now the nice thing, well, if you turn this off here, then it doesn't even register because it's not being used. And we're going to just do that in this case. Just because I always like to turn off, I'm not using it, turn it off. That way it doesn't affect anything. So, and yeah, oh yeah, the other thing is that these are all set for themselves. So as you can see right now on track one, let's record. Track 1, it is set to off. Track 2, it is set to post, and pretty much 3, 4. I think one of them I've actually pushed up by accident because I was testing it. So let's just see, 7, 8. No, they look all good. All right, and then you get into the stereo ones, and then it's both. So, all right. So we're still working on track 1 because that's what that's the track I'm using in this case, is to show you how to do this stuff. So let's go. I'm going to put the level up to about 50 right now just so I can hear it. So you can really see a speed display difference on this machine when you're actually looking close at it. So let's play.
It was late last summer when I heard a strange creaking sound.
As you can see, the light's going up.
With some low-range humming and some chains clanging around.
So we have that going. All right, so next part of this. Now we got to, now these are the assigned tracks. So I'm just going to turn all the rest down so that I know they're down. And I'm getting emails now, going crazy here. All right, so they're up. That's where they're coming in from over here into this, into that. I want to assign these to do I want to assign them to a track or to the sub? Okay, well, let's just assign them to the sub. So you have over here, you have the Submix button. So if I hold it down, it should light up. And I think I can then select C to be in the sub. Oh, there we go. Okay, so how to select it? So C is now in the submix. So what you have to do to get the submix to go, you got to assign it. So how to do that? Well, you push the button you want to put in the submix, and then hit the sub button. As you can see, it just disappeared off the list. It shows you exactly where it is in the list, and then you can do the same with D. So now I got C and D are attached. I want this to be in stereo, so I'm going to, how do I move that over? This is going to be, let's see. So now we're going to learn something new. How do I switch it to stereo submix? So let's see. What do I do? This. That's the stereo. It says direct output is off. I wonder if I can, let's see. C stereo. No. All right, so give me another second here. Man, I love doing these videos when I don't know what I'm doing all the time. So let's do this case. So we're going back to the submix for a second. So I'm clicking on the submix. How to get it to go to stereo? You go stereo and then hit select on the stereo button. So as you can see, I hit the select button underneath, and now when I hold down the sub button, you can see that those two are flashing and the two channels are flashing. So they're now up. So let's play this. Now it's 100% as well. So now we should hear coming out of the submix.
It was late last summer when I heard a strange creaking sound.
Now this is getting affected by
with
this.
some low-range humming and some chains clanging around. Then I heard my Sim's melody. I could see coming for me. My baby she left me for ghost in the attic. My baby left me.
Now what this allows you to do is when you do your mix down, these two channels are in the submix, so they are not actually part of the board. Now if you want to record your reverb, because I had to do that, then you would have to go and you would have to assign input C and D. First you link them. So now I think they're linked. Yeah, I think they're linked now. I can't tell if they're linked or not. So, all right. So, because I think you just click on them together. All right. I think they're linked. I don't know.
Through a hole in the wall.
Yeah, now they're in stereo.
My baby left me for ghost in the attic.
That's kind of cool. So, yeah, that's how you do it. And then you would use that for your mix down mastering. If you want to do it that way, if you want to put them on a track, then you would have to do the old-fashioned thing of now going. Okay, so C and D I want on. I'm just going to pick a track here, 21, 22. So first we hold down stereo, take them off stereo. So now they are not part of the stereo track. So then we hold down track 21, 22, which I think has something on it, but I'm just going to put, is it a mono? No, it's not a mono. Let's see. There we go. Oh, it automatically sets it to stereo. There you go. So now if I look at fader pan here, and we're on 21, we're on 23, 24. You can see they're up. I think there is something on this track, so I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, it's got the drums.
It was late last summer when I heard a strange creaking sound. With some low range drum chains clanging around.
Now in this case, it's got both coming through at the same time, which is kind of neat.
Then I heard my baby sing sweetest melody.
So that, I hope, explains how it is done. It is pretty much, so this is just a show. So in your send thing, your send system here, you have, it's the effects 2 is the same way pretty much. So just a quick recap, how do we do this? Well, we select on the track what we select. So in this case, track 1, we can select a loop, the loop section, which is the internal effects run by the single button over here. So like as I hit single, you can see that you can then select out of, I'm not sure if you have any in your system, but I have a whole bunch here. I have no idea what long drum is or anything. I'd like to try that. Let's try that anyways. Let's see what that sounds like. So let's just try that. I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to. So then, yeah, so then you go in your send effects here and you can set it. You use your cursors. Your cursors move around to everything. So let's set it to pre. I'm going to put that one down for now because I don't really want to hear it, but I don't really want to turn it off. Turn the level up to 50. 50 is always a good number because it's halfway. Well, it's less than half, but I find anything over 100 in this thing is too loud.
I could see at this time it was the end for me.
So that's long drum.
My baby, she left me for a ghost in the attic.
Well, that's kind of neat. So that's how you do it. And then if you want to use your other ones, you have the option. So in your other send section here, if you want to use effects 1 or effects 2, you just have to plug into the back of the machine in the effects send, which is the last item on the far left. And then input it somehow. You don't need to use XLRs. You don't have to have a rack system to do it, but you can have a pedal for all I care. You can do it any way you want. And then from there, you just take whatever channels you put it in. You then assign them either to the sub channel, which you do through the stereo select button here, or the submix button here, and then just click both together. And now if I look at the stereo channel, it'll show C and D are on, and it's in stereo. To change that, to turn it off, just do stereo select or stereo select to turn it on. Record, I'm assuming will come on as soon as you hit record. That's one I'll have to look into. It doesn't look like it. I wonder if it's like select record. No, doesn't look like it does it there either. So I don't know. I have to look into that one. That's a story for another day. I will see if I can figure it out. So it says to set it with a stereo key. It does not show anything about record. I will look into that. So, but that is my video for today. I hope this helps you out. I am sorry for all the Whoops, I got to figure this out before I tell you. That's just how this goes in this when you're using something which you are not 100% familiar with, because I am not 100% familiar with the 2488 yet. Someday I will be. All right, talk to you later. Bye.